Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Retro Ramz esports stream. And today's games will be Rocket League Team 2 versus the Bulldogs. And today I have with me my second commentator, Naisha Williams. So, we've already seen much from the Bulldogs from yesterday's game, if you guys were here for yesterday. And today should be a lighter match. So, we'll have to see what happens here. And with 1 second on the clock, we are off with the first kickoff going right to the net of the Retro Ramz Team 2. Rovering's getting 50'd. Bulldogs keeping the ball into the Bulldogs corner. The Retro Ramz corner. A-Rug's getting a nice touch off the wall to hit it back to the Bulldog side. Someone getting demoed. One of the Retro Ramz going in for a nice 50. Trying to see what he can do with the ball on the wall, but apparently misses it. One of the Bulldogs passes it right back to the middle where Roverings is there to catch. Gets a nice little flick over one, but can't continue to move forward. Prodigy trying to do something here, but with a little boost, he gets pushed back. The Bulldogs leaving the net wide open for Roverings to score the first game of the match. Don't know what happened here. It looks like one went for boost, and the other just couldn't get back in time. So for the second kickoff here, no one for the Bulldogs goes for the kickoff, which brings it to the Retro Ramz side, but gives them an easy hit back to their side. Prodigy getting it over one of the Retro Ramz. A little bit of a miscommunication on the wall there. A-Rug's trying to see what he can do here with zero boost. Gets an early flick, but it gets saved. Prodigy being one of the MVPs from yesterday's match. Trying to see what he can do with the ball. Shakiko trying to get it past, but cannot. A-Rug's hitting it to the wall, trying to get a goal here, but it gets saved by Shakiko. Dragon just trying to stay back, but he gets demoed from all the way behind. A-Rug's trying to see what he can do with this. And it appears he passed it to Roverings for a score. Hits it off wall. A-Rug's with the bumps. Hitting it off a wall back to Roverings for it to slot into bottom left of the net. A nice little shot by Team 2 there. Looks like a double commit on kickoff for the Retro Ramz. But they are able to get back in time without any repercussions. A little whiff there from the Bulldogs, getting the ball straight to their side. Shakiko trying to keep it away. Prodigy hitting it to the right side of the map. Roverings, if he would have touched that, would have hit an own goal. A-Rug trying to do something here. And it appears the net was open. Yet again, another open net for the Retro Ramz. It appears the entire Bulldog section was on the Retro Ramz side when the ball was on theirs. They need a bit more defense here. And once again, no one goes for the kickoff on the Bulldog side. But it does give them possession to hit it onto the Retro Ramz side, but just barely misses the goal. Getting it saved. Dragon trying to do something here with zero boost. Prodigy goes for a little dribble, but cannot connect the final touches. And Shakiko just barely scoring that goal. It appears the defense here from the Retro Ramz was not on point, and Shakiko was able to slot it from the top. With the score being 3-1, 2 minutes left.
In this match today.
Will they indeed? Would you like to say something? All right. Rovering's trying to get it over. He does get it over, but apparently misses the open net.
Likely lose for them.
Rovering's trying to hit it past the defenders here, but it just goes right towards them. Almost a net there. Shikiko trying to go for something off the wall, but leaves the ball in the hands of Roverings with 0 boost. The ball gets saved. It is Prodigy who smacks it downfield, trying to get some possession here. Shikiko getting it past A-Rugs. Prodigy backflipping to try and get it back to Shikiko, but he's already too far gone.
Remaining.
With 1 minute left, can they make a comeback? Down 2 goals. 2 goals is all they need. Dragon going in for a 50. Misses the ball with full boost. But it does indeed come back to him. He tries to hit it up wall. Probably the pass. But it is intercepted by Prodigy. The Retro Ramz was seemingly trying to pass back to A-Rugs here. And A-Rugs gets a nice flick, but it does hit crossbar. And Roverings hits it past 2 of the Bulldogs, but it does not go in. With 10 seconds left on the clock, there's still hope.
Will they win this round?
With 5 seconds left, it does not seem to be so. Prodigy trying to keep the ball up. Will he do it? He goes all the way, but it is intercepted by one of the Retro Ramz. And that is game 1 to the Retro Ramz Team 2. This one was a very interesting game. But if the Bulldogs kept up their defense, they probably could have been a different outcome. So, Naisha, what do you think about this game?
I feel like Team 2 did a great job for
Mhm.
esports. The Bulldogs might need a little more practice for this one.
Yes, indeed. Because as we've seen from yesterday, they were up against some hard players. The Retro Ramz Team 1, who are currently 5th in the nation. And for this matchup, they will need to lock in with the defense. Because as we've seen this game, their offense was pretty hard to defend, as they got the goal from 1 and having to defend for 3 goals from the Retro Ramz. So as we load into this next game, we eagerly wait to see the results. Will they be able to make a comeback? Or no? It appears we're having some technical issues here. And they're off. 5 minutes on the clock. The ball goes to the Retro Ramz, and Rovering tries to dime it downfield to his teammate, but he just barely misses. It's on the Bulldog side.
Will the Bulldogs make it back?
We don't know. We'll have to find out. Pretty sure it's a best of 5 here, so they still have at least 3 games. Dragon hitting it towards their back wall, trying to get it away from the Bulldogs. Roverings with no boost, trying to stay up. Dragon, a tiny whiff there that almost cost them a goal, but is saved by the post and taken by Roverings. Down the field he goes with 0 boost, trying to see what he can do here, but it is intercepted by Lee. Roverings missing the back boost, potentially costing them a free open net. Dragon smacking it down the Roverings. Roverings tries to make the pass. Dragon was there, but unfortunately missed. Would have been a very nice goal indeed. Appears the defense for the Bulldogs this game has picked up from last game. With 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock, no one has yet to score. But will this be it? Rovers gets it past one.
Will they make it in the net?
Someone goes for a demo, but it is just past him. Prodigy trying to pass it back to his teammates, but no one's there. Gets intercepted by Dragon, hitting it all the way back to the Bulldog side. Dragon tries to go for a pass, but it's too far, and his teammates cannot reach it. Prodigy trying to do something. Get the ball back to the Retro Ramz side. Cannot make the connection, but it does connect with Roverings, leaving it on the Bulldog side of the field. 2 minutes left. Prodigy's getting multiple shots on goal. Just trying to keep applying the pressure.
Will they make a score this round?
We'll just have to wait and see. Oh, and a nice little goal there by the Bulldogs. Prodigy hitting it off the right wall. And Shikikawa is just there, ready for the ball. Which brings the score 0-1 in favor of the Bulldogs. It appears they're going back with their strategy of not going for kickoff to gain possession of the ball. It does work. And Prodigy almost scored there. But the score remains. Prodigy getting a nice little hit there off the wall. And into the net it goes with a little pinch from Prodigy and M. Lee. Prodigy hit the ball really hard off the wall, giving it a good bounce, which unfortunately the Retro Ramz just could not predict, leading to 2-0 in favor of the Bulldogs. A double kickoff here. Potentially dangerous situation. A fake by A-Rugs and into the net. Nice shot there by A-Rugs. He fakes the opponent out, leaving the other opponent just baffled.
Will esports let Bulldog win this round?
Will they, or will they make a comeback? Because we have seen from the Retro Ramz multiple comebacks in these types of scenarios. It's practically what most of their games are known for. A little mistouch there by Shikikawa, almost scoring an own goal. And then miscommunication by the Retro Ramz, bumping their teammates. An open net here for the Retro Ramz, and it does go in. It appears M. Lee cheated up a bit too hard there. And also hit into Prodigy, leaving the net open, with Prodigy just trailing a little bit behind, bringing the score to 2-2 this match. This is very, very intense. A very close match too. Dragon almost getting a score there, but gets bumped by his teammate, smacking it to the post. A-Rug trying to beam it down, gets it to the Bulldogs half of the net of the field. A whiff there from one of the Bulldogs, leaving the net wide open, but there was no one there. Roverings just barely missing the ball, getting it back to the Retro Ramz side of the field. A-Rugs looking to go for a pass, getting it over two of the Bulldogs. Prodigy being the last line of defense. There was no one there for the Retro Ramz to apply the pressure, so it does go back to the Retro Ramz side. Prodigy getting it over one, but A-Rugs is there to stop it. Roverings trying to see if anyone's going for the ball. A-Rugs gets it over one, but yet again, there is no one there to apply the pressure for the Retro Ramz. 10 seconds left, the score being 2-2. Will it go to overtime, or will there be a winner in the final 4 seconds? 1 second left. Bulldogs tried to keep it up, but it does hit the ground, leaving us into overtime. So, who do you think may win this game in overtime?
It's a tough. It's a tough battle.
It is.
Tough battle. But I have faith in the Rams. I believe Rams gonna win.
I think if the Rams keep up their pressure, then they could win. But if the Bulldogs keep applying the same pressure and keep up with their defense, then they should be able to take this one home.
No, we just gotta stay tuned.
Indeed. The ball gets hit back to the midfield. Prodigy trying to keep it up. It does get 50'd back to the Bulldog side of the field. Prodigy getting bumped. With Roverings left to an open net. The defense just was not there for the Bulldogs as Dragon passes it perfectly for Roverings to slot it away. M. Lee was just not ready to hit that. And game 2 goes to the Retro Ramz teams too. So this game was very
Intense.
indeed it was. It really was. It was a really close match, and if the Bulldogs just kept up their pressure and applied more with their defense, then I believe they would have won this here. And the Retro Ramz were almost 30% of the or 50% of the goals that were made here were open nets. And the goals that were made for the Bulldogs on the Retro Ramz side were because there was no one there to apply pressure or no one there to defend.
But I'll give props to the Bulldogs. They were putting up a fight.
Very, very intense fight. So as we go on to game 3 here, what are your predictions for this game? What are your predictions for this game?
I don't know. It's a really tough one here because Retro Ramz has it in the game, but you might never know. The Bulldogs might come back in. We'll see.
Well, we'll just have to see as the third game is about to be underway. So at the start of kickoff, it appears 2 of the Retro Ramz members goes for kickoff, leaving the ball on their field, but it does get intercepted by A-Rugs, pushing it to midfield. A-Rugs whiffs, letting the ball get closer and closer to the net. A pinch by one of the Bulldogs, but if anyone was there, might have went in. The Retro Ramz is spread very far out right now, while the Bulldogs are very close and compact. Roverings apparently faking one. Dragon just chilling in the back, waiting for anything that might happen. And it appears the ball is coming right towards his way. Let's see what he does. Gets it downfield. Tries to go for the ball, but Prodigy is already knowing. Hits it right past him. Full field in possession from Prodigy Pick'em. A nice shot. Gets it past all of the Retro Ramz defenders. And A-Rugs with a whiff at the end there. So sad, but a very nice shot indeed from Prodigy, leaving the score 0-1 in favor of the Bulldogs. A kickoff goal?
Oh.
It appears, was that off kickoff? A few seconds or so after kickoff, A-Rugs finds an opening in between the line of defense and goes for it, and it leads to a goal, making the score 1-1. Another tied up game. But it has only been a minute. Anything can happen.
It is true.
Rovering is going to get past one defender. Trying to see what he can do here. Keeps his cool and stays back. Ball is getting suspiciously close to the net. And Roverings goes for a shot. And it just barely goes in to the side of the Bulldog's neck. This was a crazy shot right there. It kind of went in and out of the net at the same time. But Roverings was there to finish the job. The start of this kickoff. Oh, it goes into the Bulldogs net. But then it's back to the field. To the side of the Retro Rams. Roverings trying to go for something, but it's too close. Getting 50 back to the Retro Rams side. Dragon in possession of the ball. Can he keep it? He does. Gets it past 2. Tries to go for a pass. And it is connecting into the hands of Rover Rings, who slots it in the back of the Bulldogs net. A nice little pass there from Dragon. Getting it past 2 defenders. Taking it downfield and pinching it off the backboard of the Bulldogs, where Roverings is there to slot it away. Seems the Retro Rams have hit the ball backwards to Dragon, but can he keep up the momentum?
Will they make another shot?
Indeed, with 2 minutes and 35 seconds left on the clock. The score is 3-1 in favor of the Retro Rams. Anything can still happen here. And anything does happen, indeed. Dragon instantly going for the ball in possession by Shikikua. He gets bumped into it, actually. Very close one in.
Will the Bulldogs make it back?
It seems anything can happen here, indeed. And almost could have been a second goal for the Bulldogs. Prodigy getting it past Roverings while one of his teammates gets demoed. Roverings with possession, trying to hit it off the wall to pass to his teammate, but it does. A whiff from one of the Bulldogs, leading to an open net. It's bad touch by Prodigy, hitting the ball backwards, leaving the net wide open for the ball to just roll right in. With 5-1 being the score, the Bulldogs are back with their fake kickoff. A-Rugs trying to go for a double. Prodigy gets the save. The net is wide open for the Retro Rams, but they do make it back in time to save it. With 1:40 left. All the Bulldogs need is 4, now 5 goals. Prodigy hitting it off into the middle, but cannot connect because he hit it too far, which it gets hit over him again into the net, making the score 6-1 in favor of the Retro Rams. Bulldogs trying to keep possession here, but it does go back to the Retro Rams. Fierce Roverings and Dragon are fighting for the ball. And A-Rugs goes for an aerial, but it is saved. Ball is hit back into the field of the Retro Rams. Very close to their goal. Ball gets hit back 50. And almost a goal there for the Retro Rams. It appears the Bulldogs are trying to keep up their defense here.
Not looking good.
Over all of them. If anyone from the Retro Rams side was there to score that, it would have been a goal. As the Bulldogs defense is just slowly crumbling. They need to take more control of the ball as it slots right into the net from Roverings. As Prodigy pinched it back, and Roverings just stuck with it and Prodigy and Shakiko tried to go for the save at the same time, ultimately pinching the ball backwards into their own net, making the score 7-1. Don't think the Bulldogs will be able to come back this game. 8-1. Their defense was just crumbling right there. Got past two of the Bulldogs, and it appears Shakiko with no boost just could not reach that final touch. With 2 seconds left on the clock. Trying to keep the ball up. Can the Bulldogs do something right here? Just one more goal. And they cannot. It is 3-0. And the Retro Ramz wins this series. Retro Ramz Team 2. It was a very intense match. Good game, fellow students. It was a very intense match. So, sadly, that is all. So we will be ending the stream right now. Goodbye, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the Retro Ramz Team 2 versus Bulldogs.